You knew I was going to come on here and talk some shit. You knew I was going to come on here today and talk some shit. We've got our first look officially, our first video look at The Matrix Resurrections. The same Matrix Resurrections that I told you that was the name of the movie on June 18th, 2021, along with the full plot spoilers before there was even a trailer. We now have our first trailer. Now I can tell you what some of these things are. But if you saw that video, you already know. So if you did not see that video, right up here in the card, you're going to have a link to it. The Matrix Resurrections full plot spoilers. If you want to know what happens in the film, that's the video you want to watch. Because I was talking about stuff that was in this trailer almost 3 months before the trailer came out. Because unlike a lot of grifters here on YouTube, I have actual connections in Hollywood. Do I have a lot of them? No. Am I a scooper? Not really. But once in a while I'll get lucky. And I have some friends out there. Once in a while. It doesn't happen every week. And anybody who claims to have scoops every week is probably lying to you because you can't get inside information every week. Let's look at some of these scenes here. I'm not going to hit play because I don't want Warner Bros. To come after me again because they've done it before. He's in a therapy session with Neil Patrick Harris, the mechanic. I think his name was the mechanic. I forget his name. But he's the lead villain of the movie. And you don't know that right away because the movie makes you think, oh, spoiler alert. We're going to go into some spoilers. But if you want the full plot, it's here. So this is the villain of the film. He's going to manipulate Neo because he knows that Neo has the ability to be the one and he wants to control him and take over the Matrix. So he doesn't want him to tap into his full power, and he's going to do that by controlling him. And Neo will do that if he finds Trinity, which is where the plot of the movie goes. Now, we saw in the trailer, we see scenes here and there of like cool gunfights and things like that. You know, this is, of course, the new Morpheus. It's still Morpheus, but it's a new body because Lawrence Fishburne did not come back. I talk about that in detail in the in this video here. He's been remapped, is what they say. So has Agent Smith. But in this Matrix here, he's trying to figure out what's going on. This is when he meets Trinity in the coffee shop, which I mentioned also in my spoilers. He's going to see her throughout the film in the coffee shop, and at one point later on in the film, he will confront Neil Patrick Harris's character, and that's when all hell breaks loose because that's when Neo remembers who he is, and that's when he learns the powers of the one. And it's going to be awesome because the visuals in this look amazing. I didn't know anything about this scene. My guy who's on the inside didn't tell me anything about this scene. I don't know anything about it. He eats a bunch of blue pills. I don't know. I don't know every single scene, guys. I didn't see the movie. I said that before. I don't have a copy of the script. I didn't see the movie. I didn't see any images until today. It's all hearsay, right? I'm just guessing. I could have been lied to for all we know. Unsure about this scene as well. I know he works as a software developer. The coffee shop. This is the scene where he first kind of has to find himself when he gets rescued by the Resistance. Here's Morpheus again. The White Rabbit. I'm not really sure much about that either, but it follows the trend of the first film. Like I said in that video that I did, guys, in the video I did with the spoilers, the movie's a soft reboot. This is like the Force Awakens of the Matrix. You remember how everybody said Force Awakens was like a soft reboot of A New Hope? It's like that. It follows Neo. Thomas Anderson's character follows the same path that he did in the first film. Not identical, because there are differences, but the character follows the same general path that he already did to kind of reawaken his powers. Because he doesn't remember who he is. He's been suppressed. I'm not entirely sure about this scene, except for I know that that's Bugs. That character with the blue hair, that's Bugs. One of the new characters working for Niobe in the Resistance, that she's trying to get Neo through the Matrix to get him out. Neo and Trinity, who are going to reunite at one point in the film and go, and all hell breaks loose. This is the scene of the training. This is, again, I mentioned the soft reboot, same thing. Here we have Neo and Morpheus training like they did in the first film, where Neo has to remember everything. They're trying to get him to jog his memory, but the key is going to see Trinity. This Christmas. Oh, here we have, of course, the fields and fields of human slaves. Um, you know, there's endless fields of them, and the machines are still in control. I mean, if you remember the Matrix Revolutions, the way it ended, there was a truce made between the humans and the machines, to where if you want to leave the Matrix, you'll be allowed to leave now. But if you want to stay in the Matrix, you can. It's all subconscious. Those who want to be released will be released, and they won't be killed by the machines like they used to be. Because there's a peace treaty now that Neo made when he went to Zero One, the Machine City, and negotiated to have Smith be deleted. You know, that's what happened. This is this scene I talked about at the end of the spoilers. It's at the end of the movie. They both are on a rooftop and they jump off together. This is actually literally one of the last scenes of the film right there. Here we have the big action sequence near the end. I believe that's what this is. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what this is. And the action scenes look great. Like I said, I'm not gonna play it for you guys because I'm trying to avoid getting copywritten. Um, this I believe, and I could be wrong on this. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe this could be Agent Smith with his new body. I could be wrong because there is Agent Smith. Once again, he's been remapped. I went over that in the spoilers. Bugs again, Morpheus. I think this scene right here is Trinity powering up. I think that's her. And we talked about in the spoiler video what happens to Trinity at the end of the film. She gets the powers of the One. She couldn't do that before. She couldn't power up like a Dragon Ball character. She couldn't power up like our boy. Now she can. Awesome wall jumping stuff. I mean, the movie looks great. Let's keep it real. The graphics, the special effects look phenomenal. I think this is actually Smith versus Neo in the movie. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. This is the big, and there's Trinity again. Here's Neo and Trinity together. You know, there's a scene that I was told about this scene where there's a bunch of bullets coming at him and he's able to block all the bullets like all around him, and also other things like there's rocket launchers and things like that. You know, much higher artillery power. We see that here. Here is the scene of Trinity and Neo escaping in the motorcycle. Either that or they're fighting. I don't really remember exactly what he told me. This is them actually jumping off the rooftop at the end of the film. There they are. And this is one of Neo's bosses talking about, you know, the Matrix, because remember, in this movie, the Matrix is very meta. The Matrix exists in the Matrix. Like, the Matrix is a software game. It's a game, basically. Neo's a game developer. And in this story, the Matrix exists inside the Matrix, so that people who are asking what the Matrix is, it's just a game. It's just a game, not knowing it's actually the real simulation. So that's why the guy mentioned the Matrix in the Matrix. You know what I mean? But yes, indeed, the Matrix Resurrections. I still would have preferred if they called it Matrix Rebooted, because it literally is a soft reboot. I mean, that's what it is. Once again, if you want the full plot outline, of course, I'm only speculating. I don't have any actual information. I have to say that, by the way. I don't have any actual information. It's just speculation and hearsay that I was told. I don't know if any of it is true. Talk to you soon.